Assalamu Alaikum, and welcome to another episode of UmmahFit. Basically, in this episode, what I want to talk about is everything I feel that is wrong with the fitness industry from a Muslim perspective. Anybody who is even remotely involved in fitness and has been around, seen some of the supplement companies and seen some of the advertising will be able to tell you how superficial this industry is. One can notice that there's been a shift away from being going to the gym so you can be healthy to now you want to go to the gym so you can look good, so you can attract girls, so other people can be impressed with you. This is the kind of thing that people are going to the gym for. I'm not trying to say that going to the gym to look good is a bad thing. I mean, that's completely okay for a Muslim to look better for the sake of their wife, so their wife can be impressed. That's nothing wrong with that. We're trying so hard to attain that ideal physique that those healthy habits that we incorporated start becoming unhealthy. I mean, we're killing our bodies. We're on these crazy diets just for the sake of looking good. And this is not for ourselves we want to look good for. We want to look good for other people. We want other people's approval. Look at some of the advertising that some of these supplement companies have. I mean, you see this jacked up dude, 6-pack, 0% body fat, standing next to this lady with, barely wearing any clothes. And a lot of us like to think that this advertising doesn't affect us, but we still find ourselves buying these products and deep down think to ourselves, hey, maybe if I take this supplement I'll end up looking like this, or maybe I'll be able to get the girls, or maybe guys will check out my bum. And these advertisements do affect us subconsciously or consciously. And just because you're not a bodybuilder and you don't really care about aesthetics, but rather, maybe you care more about strength, or you're a powerlifter, you're a strong man, a competitor, you're a weightlifter, don't think the supplement companies aren't after you. I mean, it's the same companies that's selling them to the bodybuilders, they're selling them to you, just packaged differently. Some of these young kids are convinced by the supplement companies that, if you buy this drug, if you get this equipment, if you get this, if you buy that, all these little accessories, that then you can become like some world-class powerlifter. But these kids don't understand that most of these people are getting paid to lift, but most of us aren't. Most of us regular people aren't. So I mean, we have other responsibilities, especially as Muslims. We have our obligations towards our families and our friends, and we have our obligations towards Allah. We really have to understand that health and fitness isn't the sole purpose of our lives. To be fit isn't the sole purpose of our lives. Rather, we use health and fitness to get a better connection with Allah. It's a means to the end. It's not the end itself. You know what? You meet a lot of young Muslims who get caught up in this when they're starting to go to the gym. They're seeing those gains, and then health and fitness and looking jacked and being strong, that becomes the sole purpose of their life, and they start shunting off some of their other responsibilities. For example, you'll have kids who are in the gym during Maghrib time and they won't even go pray because they got to get their next set in, or they don't want to miss a workout. For example, I can't fast Mondays and Thursdays because it's not going to fit into my diet. I mean, when this happens, when you start shunting off other responsibilities, your religious responsibilities, or your family responsibilities, or your school responsibilities, work responsibilities, when you start shunting these things off for the sake of health and fitness, you have a problem. Another thing we really have to understand as Muslims is that if we base our happiness on the approval of others, then we're never going to be happy, because other people are never satisfied. And secondly, they don't really care about us. They don't really care about the progress that we have. They might give you a nice round of applause, but at the end of the day, they have their own lives and they have their own problems. Don't get sucked into the glitz and glamour of the fitness industry, man. These people are just trying to get your money. Understand that if once you base your happiness on Allah's approval rather than other people's approval, then you find a higher purpose for yourself in the gym. It becomes much easier to stay consistent on a schedule. I mean, going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, sticking to a regimented diet. I mean, if you're doing it for the approval of others, then I don't see how someone could be consistent on that. But once you start aiming for that higher purpose, you'll have that motivation to go to the gym every day. And there's really no higher purpose than trying to please your creator. So these are just a few points on some of the negative aspects of the fitness industry that I've found over my years of experience. And if you like this video, please like it. If you know anybody who can benefit from this video, please share it to them. And inshallah, I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu Alaikum.